Lutherans are hesitant to change. They like consistency. Like the old joke, how many Lutherans does it take to change a light bulb? Answer: change? Lutherans also are unsure of how to respond to something unusual happening during worship. Christmas always seemed like a good time to add a little extra to the services. For example, one night a lonely bat decided to come to the candlelight service. Pastor Marshall was preaching his sermon while the bat made circles around the church. The congregation ducked for cover each time the little guy approached. Suddenly, there was a loud crashing in the narthex as the ushers took care of the situation. Of course, the church has seen its share of bats over the years. Like the Sunday worship service when Myra Coles and Darlene Carnegie found one in the hymnal rack. We believe Darlene solved that one. Then there was the evening a very large wet dog sneaked through the doors at the children's Christmas program. He made his way up the ramp and right into the balcony. Paul Berg had to call the police to have him removed. Perhaps he just wanted to be in the pageant. Other animal stories have landed piece in the local paper. After trying everything to rid the church roof of a huge number of pigeons sitting over the south basement entrance, it was decided to try poisoning. After checking with the proper authorities, the decision was made to go ahead with the plan. We were assured only the pesky pigeons would be affected. Soon, every dead bird in the area was being brought to the church by concerned neighbors as evidence of the wrongdoing, including a rabbit with tire tracks on his back. Pastor Lauer made the front page of the Leader for that one. When Pastor Radeke lived right next door to the church, he pointed his BB gun out of the upstairs parsonage window and picked them off the roof on Saturday evening to assure a clean sidewalk on Sunday morning. Then, of course, there was the duck who insisted on hatching her ducklings in our enclosed courtyard. Unfortunately, she never thought of how to get them out. So Marlin the custodian calmly ushered them up the ramp, and they marched right out the door to the park and then down to the river. There have been some incidents not involving animals. In the days when we had a communion railing in the chancel, Pastor Gelschut found himself stuck behind the rail at the end of the service. Being considerate of the time, he simply jumped over the railing and went on to greet the worshipers. At a Saturday evening worship service, Pastor Marth was conducting a baptism. Unfortunately, the on-duty elder neglected to fill the baptism bowl with water. So Pastor, without saying a word, went to the sacristy to get the water, but forgot to turn off his microphone. Everyone heard the running water and drew their own conclusions. In 1992, Peace was the first church to begin regular outdoor services in the summer. In those 25 years, we've sung the song, "We Shall Not Be Moved," only 2 times. Both times, it began to storm while we were singing, and we had to move inside. Scripture reminds us that all creatures, great and small, are God's creation. But there were situations when some of them were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yet, God has a sense of humor, and these accounts have become part of our history as well.